do feel like some way we have lost the masculinity of men teaching men, because we're so scared that everything's toxic. And speaking to my mate, he instantly felt he'd failed. He was a bad dad. He was a bad man. He'd failed his daughter, vicariously failed his wife because his wife had gone on a girls' date. And I'm like, mate, you're okay. It's normal. Like we fuck up. It's beautiful. Fucking up is good.
Yeah, and like you just think about like what would he have done with those emotions if he didn't have you to call? And so I think you're absolutely correct. I do think that there is that missing component. And like when I'm looking at birth charts, there is a particular age group which is around the 30 years of age that there tended to be this increase in single mums, this increase in the dads not being around or not really having time to be emotionally present. And that particular age, they really have a hard time understanding that they have their own masculine energy, that it doesn't need to look like anybody else's, but they also didn't have that dad around. And so when I got into the football, it was because I was coming at it from this masculine energy, mental health, like what do men need? Because most of them certainly do not need to sit in a chair for an hour every week and talk. You know, they need something. It's action. Masculine energy is fucking action. And so you can't sit one of them down and say, tell me about your feelings and think they're going to leave being okay. And so I do agree with you. I think there is this missing component for a lot of young men, and they're either fearful of the masculine energy or they feel like they're a failure because their idea of men, I'm not that, so then I'm failing that. And there isn't this idea of knowing, oh, there's this group of men that I can go and talk to. And so the footy, when I came into that, I was like, oh my God, that is the group of men. That is the group of men. And for me, one of the things that worries me is I see this, and I don't want to say feminizing, but there is this, we're trying to remove some of the masculine energy from the footy. And I look at it like these men who don't have these groups, we don't have, some of them don't have dads. Some of them didn't have these masculine people around them to help them figure out how to do their shit. And at least they've got this environment where they can go and they can like get their masculine energy out in a very masculine way, yelling at the ref, screaming, whatever it is. And what happens when we start telling them, oh, don't be yelling, don't be cursing, don't be, we want you to sit there. Like, that's not it. And so one of the things that I'm very interested in is like wondering, like, do men know that? Are they aware of that outlet? And if they're not, what happens when it gets taken away? What happens when they start having to sit? Otherwise, they're getting thrown out. And so, like, do you think that it's a natural thing that men know that this is an outlet? Or do you think it's just more like an intuitive kind of space where I'm here, I'm with the boys, I'm safe, and I can now have this outlet?